The deep blue silence of the ocean hides a truth that is as terrifying as it is beautiful, because beneath the waves dwells a predator that does not just hunt with teeth, but with a calculated mind that rivals our own. Imagine a creature that can weigh 8 tons and travel at 55 kilometers per hour, yet it can move so quietly that its prey never hears the end coming. This is the orca, a being that has ruled the global seas for millions of years without a single natural enemy to challenge its throne. Welcome to Wild Planet Wushpiwegs. We are honored to have you with us as we embark on this professional investigation into the life of the ocean's ultimate monarch. Before we descend into the abyss of their world, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below, telling us what fascinates you most about these kings of the sea. Your support allows us to continue our mission of documenting the most extreme and magnificent parts of the natural world. The name killer whale is actually a mistranslation of the ancient Spanish term for whale killer. And while it sounds brutal, it is a testament to their status at the very top of the food chain. They are not actually whales, but the largest members of the dolphin family. Their striking black and white patterns act as a form of camouflage called countershading, which makes them nearly invisible from both above and below. To an observer on the surface, they blend into the dark depths, and to a creature looking up, they disappear against the sunlight filtering through the water. Every single orca is unique. The white patches behind their eyes and the shape of the gray saddle patch behind their dorsal fin are like fingerprints for humans. No two are exactly alike. A male orca can be distinguished by his massive dorsal fin, which can reach a height of 2 meters, while the fins of females are much shorter and more curved. Their bodies are built for efficiency with skin that is as smooth as silk to reduce drag and powerful muscles that allow them to leap entirely out of the water in a display of raw kinetic energy. Inside their massive skulls lies a brain that is among the most complex on the planet. They possess a part of the brain that humans do not have, which is dedicated to processing emotions and social connections. This suggests that their feelings for their family members may be even more intense than our own. They live in matriarchal societies where the grandmother is the absolute leader. She holds the collective memory of the pod, knowing exactly where to find food during the leanest years and how to navigate thousands of miles of open ocean without a map. The language of the orca is a symphony of clicks, whistles, and pulse calls. Each pod has its own distinct dialect that is passed down through generations. A calf born in the North Pacific will speak a completely different language than one born in the Antarctic. This cultural depth is what makes them so successful. They are not just born as hunters, they are educated. They spend years learning the specific traditions of their family, from the best ways to catch salmon to the most effective methods of confusing a shark. As we look at the horizon where the black fins break the surface, we realize that we are looking at a global civilization that exists without buildings or technology. They have conquered every ocean from the frozen poles to the tropical equator. Their success is a result of a perfect balance between physical power and social intelligence. They are the guardians of the deep, and we are lucky to be witnesses to their reign. Stay with us as we continue to uncover the secrets of this magnificent species. We will soon explore their tactical genius and the incredible ways they interact with other creatures of the deep. Remember that the ocean is a place of mystery, and respect is the only way to truly understand its power. The vast expanse of the ocean is not a lawless void, but a structured empire governed by the strength of the family unit. To an orca, the pod is everything, and without the group, the individual is a ghost drifting through a silent world. Their social bonds are forged in the cold currents and tempered by the heat of the hunt, creating a brotherhood that is unbreakable. They do not just live together, they breathe together, and they think as a single consciousness. This level of unity is what allows a group of 5-ton predators to move with the precision of a clockwork machine. As we continue this deep exploration on Wild Planet Wushpiwegs, we invite you to immerse yourself in the daily life of the ocean masters. If you are finding this journey into the world as captivating as we are, please hit the like button and share this story with someone who loves the sea. Do you believe that orcas are the most intelligent animals on Earth besides humans? We would love to read your theories in the comments, as your interaction helps our professional team bring these hidden stories to light. The architecture of an orca family is centered around the grandmother, who is the living library of the pod. In many species, the end of reproductive life marks the end of utility, but for the orca, it is the beginning of their most important role. These elder females can live for over 90 years, carrying nearly a century of geographical and tactical knowledge in their minds. They know the secret pathways through the ice and the specific timing of the great fish migrations. When the salmon runs fail in one area, it is the grandmother who leads the pod across hundreds of miles to a hidden bay she visited 30 years prior. Every calf born into the pod is a cause for celebration and a lifetime of commitment. For the first several years of life, a young orca is never more than a few meters from its mother. They learn by imitation, watching the way she moves her tail and the way she positions herself against the current. The mothers are incredibly patient teachers, often letting their calves practice hunting on small fish that they have already caught and released. This education is not just about survival, it is about the preservation of their specific culture. An orca from the North Atlantic would be completely lost in the hunting grounds of the Antarctic because they lack the specific cultural tools required for those waters. One of the most touching aspects of their social life is the way they care for the weak and the wounded. There are documented cases of pods slowing their pace for days to allow a sick member to keep up. They have even been seen physically supporting a struggling family member at the surface so they can continue to breathe. This is not the behavior of a cold-blooded killer, but of a deeply empathetic being. They share their food equally, ensuring that the oldest and youngest members of the group are fed before the hunters take their own share. It is a society built on mutual respect and the understanding that the strength of the many is the only way to survive the crushing reality of the deep. The emotional range of the orca is visible in their play. They are known to engage in games that serve no purpose other than joy. They will balance pieces of kelp on their fins or surf in the massive wakes of passing ships. These moments of levity are essential for a brain that is constantly processing complex acoustic information. Play is also a way for different pods to bond when they meet in the open ocean. Sometimes hundreds of orcas from different clans will gather in what scientists call a superpod. During these meetings, they exchange information and engage in social rituals that can last for several days before they return to their respective territories. We must also understand the weight of the loss when an orca dies. The mourning process can be long and visible to anyone watching from the surface. A pod will often go silent for days after a death, and they may stay near the site of the loss long after the body has vanished into the abyss. This capacity for grief is a reflection of the depth of their love. When we look at a pod of orcas, we are not just looking at a group of animals, but at a family of individuals who know and love one another. As the sun sets and the surface of the water turns to liquid gold, the pod prepares for the night. Even in the darkness, they remain connected through their calls, which act as a constant acoustic tether. They move as one shadow against the deep blue of the night sea, a testament to the power of the family. The orca is a reminder that in the wild, the greatest weapon is not the tooth or the claw, but the bond of the bloodline. Stay with us as we move into the next chapter, where we will witness the tactical genius of the hunt in the most extreme environments on Earth. The frozen horizon of the Antarctic is a place where the air is so cold it can crack bone, yet it is here that we find the most sophisticated display of hydraulic engineering in the natural world. Imagine a seal resting on an ice floe thinking it is safe from the reaches of the abyss. Suddenly, the water begins to churn as several 6-ton predators line up like a military squadron. They do not attack the ice with their teeth. Instead, they swim in perfect synchronization toward the floe, creating a massive wave that washes the seal into the water. This is not instinct, it is a calculated application of fluid dynamics that requires every member of the pod to act as one. As we continue this intense narrative on Wild Planet Tech, we are witnessing the raw power of the ocean masters. If you are amazed by the tactical brilliance of these animals, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to show your support. We want to know in the comments if you think any other animal on the planet can match the orca's ability to work in a team. Your engagement is the fuel that allows our professional crew to bring you these incredible stories from the most remote corners of the Earth. This technique, known as wave washing, is just one example of how orcas have conquered the harshest environments. In the shallow waters of the Pacific Northwest, another group has mastered the art of the silent strike. They have learned that the seals they hunt can hear their sonar clicks from miles away. To counter this, the orcas have developed a strategy of total acoustic silence. They stop talking. They stop clicking. They use only their vision and the subtle vibrations in the water to track their prey. When the moment is right, they strike with such speed and silence that the victim has no time to react. This ability to switch off their primary sense to gain a tactical advantage shows a level of cognitive flexibility that is almost unheard of in the animal kingdom. The hunt is not just about power, it is about the surgical precision of the kill. When orcas target a large whale, they do not simply bite at its flesh. They work to exhaust the giant by preventing it from reaching the surface to breathe. Some members of the pod will leap onto the whale's back to push it down, while others ram it from the sides. They target the softest areas such as the tongue and the fins, minimizing the energy they spend while maximizing the caloric reward. This efficiency is necessary because a single orca needs to consume over 200 kilograms of food every single day to maintain its body temperature in the frigid depths. In the waters of the North Atlantic, another group of orcas has developed a unique relationship with the local fishing fleets. They have learned to follow the sounds of the nets being raised, knowing that a feast of herring is about to be served. They move in among the nets with such care that they rarely get tangled, showing a deep understanding of human technology. This adaptability is the secret to their global success. Whether it is following a boat or creating a wave in the ice, the orca looks at every challenge as a problem to be solved. They are the scientists of the sea, always testing the boundaries of what is possible. Even the most dangerous predators in the ocean are not safe when the pod arrives. In recent years, we have witnessed orcas in the Gulf of California and off the coast of South Africa hunting great white sharks. They have discovered a biological vulnerability in the shark known as tonic immobility. By flipping the shark onto its back, they cause its brain to enter a state of paralysis. Once the shark is helpless, the orcas use their teeth to perform a surgical extraction of the shark's liver, which is rich in fats and oils. They leave the rest of the shark behind, proving that they are the only true masters of the ocean. This level of dominance is achieved through a lifetime of education. The young calves are not just bystanders during the hunt, they are active participants. They are given specific roles to play, and if they fail, the adults will repeat the maneuver until the lesson is learned. This passing of knowledge ensures that the secrets of the pod die only when the pod itself ceases to exist. It is a legacy of power that has been maintained for millions of years. As we watch the pod disappear into the mist of the Southern Ocean, we are left with a sense of awe at their capabilities. They have turned the ocean into their own personal laboratory, where every wave and every current is a tool to be used. The orca is a reminder that intelligence is the ultimate predator. Stay with us as we move into the next chapter, where we will explore the mysterious languages and the hidden cultural traditions that keep these families united across the vast blue frontier. The secrets of the wild are waiting, and the journey on Wild Planet X2X is only just beginning. The deep blue of the world ocean is not a silent void, but a theater of sound where every click and whistle carries the weight of 1,000 generations. To an orca, the vastness of the sea is mapped not by sight, but by the echoes of their own voices bouncing off the canyon walls and the hulls of distant ships. This acoustic world is so complex that it allows them to see through the darkness and communicate across miles of open water. Each family speaks a language that is entirely unique to them, a vocal fingerprint that identifies every member of the paid to their kin. Welcome back to this professional investigation on Wild Planet X2X. We are diving into the very soul of the Ocean Kings to understand the hidden culture that keeps their empire alive. If you are moved by the incredible complexity of these animals, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment telling us your favorite fact about orca communication. Your support is the foundation of our work and allows us to continue bringing the raw truth of the wild to your screen. The language of the orca is divided into distinct dialects that function much like human languages. A resident pod in the Pacific Northwest speaks a completely different set of calls than a transient pod in the same area. These dialects are so specific that scientists can identify which family is approaching just by listening to a single acoustic recording. These calls are not just random noises, but are used to coordinate complex maneuvers and maintain social order. When a pod is on the move, They use contact calls to ensure that no one is left behind in the dark, and during a hunt, they use a specialized set of commands to synchronize their strikes. Beyond the practical use of communication, there is evidence of a deeper cultural life that involves music and ritual. In the waters of the North Atlantic, orcas have been observed engaging in synchronized vocalizations that resemble a chorus. These sessions can last for hours and seem to serve no purpose other than to strengthen the emotional bond between the members of the group. It is as if they are singing the history of their lineage to one another, reminding the young of the ancestors who swam these same currents millions of years ago. This oral tradition is the glue that holds their society together. The sophistication of their minds is also evident in their ability to mimic the sounds of other species. Orcas have been known to imitate the barks of sea lions to lure them into a false sense of security, and some have even been recorded mimicking the sounds of human speech in the whistles of dolphins. This vocal flexibility shows that they are not just biological machines, but active learners who are constantly analyzing and interacting with the world around them. They are the ultimate students of the sea, always looking for new ways to expand their knowledge. One of the most mysterious aspects of orca culture is the existence of social fads. Just as humans follow trends, orcas have been seen adopting specific behaviors that spread through a population for a few months before disappearing. In the 1980s, a group of orcas in the Puget Sound started wearing dead salmon on their heads like hats. This behavior started with one female and eventually spread to several different pods before it was suddenly abandoned. These fads prove that orcas have a sense of individual personality and a desire to fit in with their social group, much like we do. As we look at the legacy of these vocal traditions, we must recognize the threat that human noise poses to their world. The roar of container ships and the blast of sonar equipment can drown out the calls of a pod, making it impossible for them to hunt or find their way home. For a creature that lives in a world of sound, this noise is a constant and terrifying intrusion. Protecting the orca means protecting the silence of the deep so that the songs of the grandmothers can continue to guide the next generation. We are honored that you have chosen to follow this story with us on Wild Planet XEX. If you believe in the importance of preserving the natural world, please hit the like button and share this documentary. Your engagement helps us raise awareness for the protection of these magnificent animals and their fragile habitats. The pod moves on into the twilight, their calls fading into the background of the crashing waves. They are the poets of the abyss, the keepers of a language that we are only beginning to understand. Their culture is a reminder that we are not the only intelligent inhabitants of this planet, and that there is a profound beauty in the diversity of life. Stay with us as we move into the next chapter, where we will examine the mysterious and peaceful relationship between orcas and humans in the wild. The journey through the heart of the wild continues, and the secrets of the deep are waiting to be revealed. The relationship between the ocean's supreme predator and the human race is perhaps the most enduring mystery of the natural world, because in the wild there is not a single recorded instance of an orca hunting a human being. This is a statistical anomaly that defies the laws of biology. A creature that can kill a great white shark or a blue whale with ease chooses to treat the soft and defenseless human with a level of restraint that borders on the spiritual. It is as if they have made a collective decision across millions of years and thousands of miles to leave our species in peace. As we move toward the final stages of this investigation on Wild Planet XEX, we are looking at the possibility of a silent pact between two worlds. If you are inspired by the peaceful nature of these powerful hunters, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We want to know your thoughts in the comments below. Why do you think a predator that eats almost everything else in the sea chooses to be our friend? Your participation helps our professional team continue to tell the stories that bridge the gap between humanity and the wild. One of the most famous examples of this peaceful coexistence occurred in Twofold Bay, Australia, during the early 20th century. A pod of orcas, led by a patriarch known as Old Tom, developed a working relationship with local whalers. The orcas would alert the humans to the presence of whales and help drive them into the bay, and in return, the whalers would allow the orcas to eat the tongues and lips of the catch. This partnership lasted for over 80 years, showing that orcas are capable of long-term cooperation with humans based on mutual benefit. They recognized the humans as fellow hunters and chose to work with them rather than against them. In more modern times, we have seen orcas approach divers and researchers with a curiosity that is truly humbling. There are stories of orcas bringing fish to humans as if they are trying to feed a helpless relative who does not know how to hunt in the deep. They seem to understand our fragility. When an 8-ton orca swims within inches of a human diver, it moves with a delicacy that ensures not even a single fin touches the person. They use their sonar to scan our bodies, perhaps sensing our heartbeats and our breathing, and they often respond with a gentle eye contact that suggests a profound level of recognition. However, this piece is currently being tested by a new phenomenon in the waters of the Iberian Peninsula. Since 2020, a specific group of orcas has begun interacting with sailing vessels by targeting their rudders. While some call these attacks, scientists believe they are a form of social play or a response to the noise of the engines. Despite the damage to the boats, the orcas have never attempted to harm the people on board, even when the sailors are forced into life rafts. This distinction between the object and the person shows a highly selective and controlled intelligence. We must also reflect on the tragic history of orcas in captivity, where the stress of isolation and cramped tanks has led to the only known instances of orcas harming humans. These events are a dark reflection of what happens when we disrespect the world and try to cage a spirit that was meant to roam the entire globe. In the open ocean, the orca is a being of peace and social grace, but in a tank, it becomes a shadow of itself. The contrast between these two worlds is the ultimate proof that the orca belongs to the sea and that their true nature can only be understood in the wild. The mystery of our shared future remains unwritten. As we continue to explore the oceans and the orcas continue to learn about us, the bond between our species will only grow more complex. They are watching us from the waves just as we are watching them from our ships, and in that shared gaze lies the hope for a planet where intelligence is respected in all its forms. We thank you for your incredible support on Wild Planet XEX. If you believe that the wild should remain free, please share this video and help us spread the message of conservation and respect. Your voice is a powerful tool for the protection of the monarchs of the deep. The pod continues its journey under the light of the stars, moving with a confidence that comes from being the undisputed masters of their realm. They are the guardians of the deep and the silent friends of humanity. Their story is a reminder that even the most powerful force in nature can choose the path of peace. Stay with us as we move into the final chapters, where we will look at the ultimate legacy of the orca and what their survival means for the future of our world. The secrets of the deep are still calling, and the journey on Wild Planet XEX is far from over. The future of the orca is a story of resilience, written in the wake of a changing planet as they face challenges that no ancestor could have ever predicted. In the year 2026, we are witnessing a species at a crossroads, where ancient wisdom meets the modern reality of melting ice and rising seas. Yet the orca does not falter because they have a secret weapon that has allowed them to survive for 6 million years, and that weapon is their ability to innovate. They are not just reacting to the world, they are actively redesigning their lives to stay at the very top of the food chain. Welcome back to this professional journey on Wild Planet X4X as we enter the home stretch of our documentary series. We are looking at the legacy of the ocean kings and what their survival tells us about the health of our global ecosystem. If you are moved by the strength and adaptability of these animals, please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment with the word legacy to let us know you are watching. Your support is vital for us to continue documenting the most important stories of the wild in this professional format. One of the most remarkable signs of orca adaptation in 2026 is the expansion of their territory into the high Arctic. As the summer sea ice recedes to record lows, orcas are moving into areas that were once the exclusive domain of narwhals and belugas. This shift is creating a new dynamic in the north where the orcas are teaching their calves how to navigate the maze of broken ice floes. They are proving that even as the environment changes, they have the cognitive flexibility to find new hunting grounds and establish new cultural traditions in the land of the midnight sun. In the southern hemisphere, researchers have documented a fascinating shift in the diet of Antarctic orcas. As certain fish populations fluctuate due to temperature changes, pods have been seen collaborating with other species in ways that were previously unknown. There are reports of orcas working in tandem with large whale species to herd krill into concentrated areas, showing that their tactical genius can cross the boundaries of their own kind. This level of environmental management gives proof that the orca is not just a consumer, but a regulator of the ocean's energy. However, the modern world brings threats that even the smartest predator cannot always solve. Chemical pollutants known as persistent organic pollutants have begun to build up in the blubber of orcas across the globe. Because they are at the top of the food chain, they absorb every toxin from every fish and seal they eat. This is a silent crisis that affects their ability to reproduce and maintain healthy pods. Scientists in 2026 are working tirelessly to track these levels and find ways to mitigate the human impact on their habitats, because a world without the orca would be a world that has lost its most profound expression of marine intelligence. We are so grateful that you are here with us to witness these critical moments on Wild Planet XTX. If you believe that the protection of the ocean is the most important mission of our time, please hit the like button and share this documentary. Every view helps us amplify the voice of the wild and bring attention to the fragile beauty of the deep. Despite the pressure of noise pollution and chemical threats, the orca continues to show us the power of the family bond. In the Pacific Northwest, the recent birth of the calf L-129 has brought a wave of hope to the scientific community. To see a new life beginning in a pod that has faced so much adversity is a reminder that nature is relentless in its pursuit of survival. These calves are the torchbearers of an ancient culture, and they will grow up learning the songs and the stories that have kept their people alive for eons. As we watch the pod cruise through the kelp forests of the coast, we see a reflection of our own struggle to find balance in a changing world. The orca is a teacher of cooperation, a master of communication, and a symbol of enduring strength. They remind us that intelligence is not just about solving problems, but about caring for the community and respecting the environment that sustains us. Stay with us for the final chapters as we conclude our epic exploration of the monarchs of the sea. We will look at the ultimate meaning of the orca in the grand tapestry of life, and how we can ensure that their black and white fins continue to break the surface of the waves for millions of years to come. The secrets of the deep are unfolding, and the journey on Wild Planet XV6 is reaching its most profound moment. Keep your eyes on the horizon and stay wild. The legacy of the orca is not merely written in the blood of the hunt, but in the enduring spirit of a culture that has outlasted empires and survived the shifting of continents. As we stand in the year 2026 looking out over the vast and restless surface of the global ocean, we are forced to acknowledge that we are sharing this planet with a non-human intelligence that is as deep and as ancient as the sea itself. The orca is the ultimate guardian of the blue frontier, a being that possesses the power of a god and the heart of a family that never forgets its own. Welcome to the final stage of our journey on Wild Planet XV. We have traveled from the frozen poles to the tropical equator to bring you the truth about the monarchs of the deep. This is our final call to action for the wild. If this professional exploration of the orca's world has changed the way you look at the ocean, please subscribe to our channel and share this story with everyone you know. We want to read your final thoughts in the comments. How can we as humans better protect the silence and the beauty of the orca's home? Your voice is the most powerful tool we have for conservation. The survival of the orca in the 21st century is a testament to the power of collective memory. While other species struggle to adapt to the rapid changes in our climate, the orca relies on the wisdom of its elders to find a way forward. In the deep water canyons of the North Atlantic and the emerald sounds of the Pacific Northwest, the grandmothers are still leading their pods with a precision that defies explanation. They are teaching the young how to avoid the noise of the ships and where to find the last remaining runs of salmon. This is a living history, a chain of knowledge that has remained unbroken for 6 million years. As we look toward the future, the orca stands as a symbol of resilience and hope. They remind us that even in the face of overwhelming odds, a society built on cooperation and love can find a way to thrive. They do not compete with one another for status or wealth, but work together to ensure that the entire family is fed and protected. In their world, the success of the individual is inseparable from the success of the pod. This is the lesson that the orca offers to humanity, a reminder that our greatest strength lies not in our technology, but in our connection to one another and the natural world. We are deeply grateful for your presence throughout this documentary series on Wild Planet XTX. Our mission has always been to bring you the most professional and immersive look at the wonders of our planet, and your support makes that possible. By watching and sharing this content, you are helping to create a world where the wild is respected and protected for generations to come. The sun is now setting on our story, but the journey of the orca continues in the dark and silent places where we cannot follow. As the moon rises and the tides begin to pull, we see the black fins of a pod disappear into the silver mist of the horizon. They are going home to the deep, to the place where the songs of the ancestors still echo through the water. They are the thinkers of the abyss, the strategic masters of the blue frontier, and the only true monarchs of the wild planet. The mystery of the orca will never be fully solved, and perhaps that is as it should be. Some wonders are meant to be respected from a distance, to be admired but never tamed. As long as the waves crash against the shore and the black and white shadows move beneath the surface, we know that the heart of the ocean is still beating. The orca is the spirit of the sea, a being of light and shadow that will continue to rule the deep as long as the world remains wild. Thank you for being part of this extraordinary odyssey on Wild Planet Federatics. We invite you to stay curious, to stay respectful of the wild, and to always honor the ancient wisdom of the sea. Our mission to document the wonders of our planet is a never-ending pursuit of truth and beauty. We look forward to seeing you in our next adventure as we continue to uncover the most profound secrets of the natural world. Until then, keep your eyes on the waves and your spirit in the wild. Stay safe, stay inspired, and farewell from the kings of the ocean. The silence of the Pacific Northwest has been broken by a discovery that fundamentally changes our understanding of the boundary between instinct and intellect. Because in the year 2025 and into 2026, we have seen orcas become toolmakers. Imagine a 7-ton predator biting off a specific length of bull kelp, not to eat it, but to use it as a grooming tool to scrub the skin of a family member. This behavior, known as allokelping, is the first documented case of a marine mammal manufacturing and using a biological tool for social and hygienic purposes. It is a moment of cultural brilliance that shows their world is as tactile and sophisticated as our own. Welcome back to the cutting edge of Wild Planet Expo X. Today is April 21st, 2026, and we are witnessing the live evolution of the ocean's greatest mind. If you are captivated by these new discoveries, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We want to know your theories in the comments. Is the use of tools a sign that orcas are entering their own stone age of sorts? Your engagement allows our professional team to keep bringing you the most current and groundbreaking wildlife updates on the planet. In addition to their work as craftsmen, the orcas of 2026 have become masters of acoustic warfare. New research published just last month suggests that orcas are now eavesdropping on the echolocation clicks of dolphins to locate prey. Instead of using their own sonar, which would alert the sensitive salmon, the orcas fall into a state of total acoustic camouflage. They go silent and simply listen, outsourcing the cognitive and energetic cost of tracking to the dolphins. By wiretapping the signals of another species, they have turned the ocean's soundscape into their own personal intelligence network, showing a level of tactical flexibility that is terrifyingly efficient. The social life of the orca has also reached a fever pitch this spring. On April 4th, 2026, the Salish Sea hosted a massive gathering known as a tea party, where at least 25 whales from multiple transient matrilines came together. This assembly included the famous patriarch T063 Chainsaw and his mother T065 Whidbey. But the true stars were the newcomers. We are thrilled to report the identification of 2 brand new calves, T046B8 and T049A7, who were seen porpoising and tail-slapping among the adults. These births are a vital sign of hope, proving that the lineage of the ocean's kings is secured for another generation. But the brilliance of the orca also has a darker, more tactical side. In the Gulf of California and off the coast of South Africa, the year 2026 has seen a surge in specialized shark hunting. Pods have perfected the art of inducing tonic immobility in great white sharks, flipping them over to paralyze them before surgically removing the liver. This behavior is no longer an isolated incident. It is a cultural tradition that is spreading through the global population. It shows that even the most feared predators in the sea are merely a part of the orca's carefully managed menu. We are honored to have you with us for this exploration of the modern orca. If you find these scientific breakthroughs as impressive as we do, please share this documentary with your fellow nature enthusiasts. Your support enables us to track these incredible animals and bring their stories to the light of day. The future of the orca is now inextricably linked to our own. As they face the threats of noise pollution and declining prey, they are showing us that they will not go quietly. They are a species that thrives on challenge and lives for the strength of the family unit. The orca is more than a predator. It is a mirror of a changing planet, a being that possesses the power of an ancient king and the mind of a modern scientist. As long as the pods remain, we have a window into a form of intelligence that is as vast and deep as the ocean itself. Thank you for being part of this monumental journey on Wild Planet XX. We invite you to stay curious, to stay respectful of the wild, and to always keep your heart open to the mysteries of the blue world. Our mission to document the wonders of our planet is an ongoing battle for truth and beauty. We look forward to seeing you in our next adventure as we continue to uncover the secrets of the deep. Until then, keep your eyes on the horizon and your spirit in the wild. Stay safe and keep watching the waves for the return of the kings. The deep waters of the North Atlantic have recently revealed a phenomenon that defies everything we thought we knew about the territorial nature of apex predators. In a stunning display of interspecies diplomacy, orcas have been observed traveling and hunting alongside long-finned pilot whales in what can only be described as a strategic alliance. For years, these two species were thought to be rivals, but in 2026, drone footage has captured them, sharing information and coordinating movements. This suggests that the orca's social intelligence is not limited to its own kind, but extends to a complex understanding of the other sentient beings that share their liquid empire. Welcome to the newest chapter of Wild Planet X2X. We are moving beyond the known history and into the cutting edge of marine biology where orcas are rewriting the rules of the sea. If you are captivated by these latest discoveries, please hit the like button and subscribe. We want to know your theories in the comments. Is this alliance a response to a changing environment or the next step in their intellectual development? Your engagement allows us to keep bringing you the most current and professional wildlife updates on the planet. In the Southern Hemisphere, particularly around the Crozet Islands, orcas have perfected a technique that shows a chilling mastery over human activity. They have learned to recognize the specific acoustic signature of long-line fishing vessels. Instead of hunting in the open ocean, they wait for the fishermen to do the work. As the lines are hauled in, the orcas delicately remove the toothfish from the hooks, leaving the gear entirely intact. This depredation is so sophisticated that the whales can distinguish between different types of bait and hooks, proving that they are not just scavengers, but tactical geniuses who have turned human industry into their own personal buffet. The year 2026 has also brought us closer to decoding the mysteries of the orca's vocal history. By using advanced artificial intelligence, researchers have identified vocal markers that appear to be names or specific identifiers for individual family members. When a pod is separated by miles of dark water, they don't just call out to the group, they call out to one another by name. This confirms a level of individual identity that matches our own, suggesting that each orca lives with a clear sense of self and a deep personal connection to every other member of their matriline. But with this intelligence comes a profound sensitivity. In the coastal waters of Norway, a study completed in March 2026 revealed that orcas are changing their migration patterns to avoid areas with high concentrations of military sonar. This noise is not just an annoyance. To a being that lives in a world of sound, it is a physical assault. Their ability to recognize and avoid these acoustic dead zones shows a defensive intelligence that is key to their survival in an increasingly loud ocean. They are learning to navigate our world, even as we struggle to understand theirs. We are honored to have you with us for this exploration of the modern orca. If you find these scientific breakthroughs as impressive as we do, please share this documentary with your friends. Your support is what enables us to track these incredible animals across the globe and bring their stories to the light of day. As we look toward the future, the orca stands as a testament to the power of adaptation. They are a species that does not just live in the moment, but carries the weight of the past and the possibilities of the future in every whistle and click. They are the guardians of the deep, the strategic masters of the blue frontier, and the ultimate survivors of a changing world. As long as the pods remain, we have a window into a form of intelligence that is as vast and deep as the ocean itself. Thank you for being part of this monumental journey on Wild Planet Express. We invite you to stay curious, to stay respectful of the wild, and to always keep your heart open to the mysteries of the blue world. Our mission to document the wonders of our planet is an ongoing battle for truth and beauty. We look forward to seeing you in our next adventure as we continue to uncover the secrets of the deep. Until then, keep your eyes on the horizon and your spirit in the wild. Stay safe and keep watching the waves for the return of the kings.